Jatsley heeft ons hier al 20 keer voorbij zien lopen. Elke keer gedacht, waar blijft hij nou? We komen er nu aan, Jatsley. Nu.
An entire settlement in Flint. Oh God, and Adiran.
What
What is it this time?
Die naam hebben we ook al eerder gezien.
Don't worry, darling. The official Adiran envoy is here at my request.
What I want to know is why he's in the company of one of our own.
I meant to stop by, but I guess time got away from me.
I'll deal with you later. We have unfinished business. But your friend has some explaining to do.
Oh ja?
Why have you come to Thirdborn? After what your people did in Emerald Stair, I can't imagine you carry an edict of friendship with you. Yeah, I'm sure that's what Ludwine said to the Animancers as she scorched their homes.
I know you're upset, Timothy, but don't take it out on us. I'm furious too, darling. That monster stole my research as she burned my home. But you know that if this Adiran was untrustworthy, I'd kill him myself.
I apologize, Envoy. Eagle's Reach is a slaughterhouse. Dreamthrall siege our gates day
Eagle's
and night.
Reach.
People are
Klinkt als een
hungry
stad.
and I have not slept in
In de
days.
bergen.
So my temper is a powder keg, I'm afraid. I am trying not to explode.
Nou, dat lijkt me een goed plan.
This isn't a courtesy visit, is it? I assume you're here delivering a message on behalf of Adir.
Ja.
To head sharpshooter, first class of Shatterscarp to Mirti Kaiwa III. Ludwin wants the ruins of Naku Kubel, or will suffer the Steel Garot's wrath.
Ah, ze zoekt de
Just
ruzie.
like Fior Messiverno. Another shit atop the pile, then. Not that I can do a damn thing about it.
You're not going to give in, are you? Those ruins are a marvel. They're irreplaceable.
I know, Yatsley. If we give them an inch, the Adirans won't stop until they have everything. But even if I wanted to hand over the ruins, they aren't in my power to surrender. Trust me, I am very aware of all those things. You might even say I've been fighting for those things. But there's
Er is
one
een
little
probleem.
problem.
Uiteraard.
The Archmage Ringrim has warped the very reality of Shatterscarp. Let's just say there's a magical barrier around the ruins now.
Oeh.
No one's getting in or out without Ringgrim's say-so.
Ringrim? As in from the Circle of Archmagi? She's here?
The very one. I feared you'd be excited. Her presence isn't a good thing, Yatsley. She flew into the Shark's Teeth a few weeks ago, and now that area is an impenetrable wasteland of ice. I heard there's an Adiran who had his mind utterly broken by her. He's still lost out there as far as I
Klinkt
know.
gevaarlijk. Die gaan we dan eens eventjes zoeken, denk ik.
Maybe even an entrance to the garden.
Ah.
We absolutely have to go inside and see for ourselves. The Circle of Archmagi don't get involved unless there's something they can gain. They're not really known for their altruism. Look at the Siege of Craghold. And that was just so that Lengrath could try and show up Consulhot.
The truth is, I'm up to my neck in catastrophes. Between the horde of dream thralls pounding on our gates and trying to keep peace with Adir, I've had to station guards on our borders to control who goes in and out, just to keep everyone safe. I never thought I'd say this, but the Archmage is the least of my concerns. So, Ludwine wants the ruins, but even if I wanted to give them over, Reengrim controls them. And good luck getting an audience with an
Nou, dat gaan we
Archmage.
toch proberen, denk ik.
I didn't know they made adherents with such bravery. You never know what marvels you live to see. You're likely gonna die a very horrible death, but I pray Galawain will at least make it fast.
If she doesn't want to be found, that's all the more reason for us to go looking.
Precies.
When an archmage like Ringgrim decides they don't want to be disturbed, they make sure of it. There are rumors she uses the bones of the ancient dead to guard her domain. It's definitely practical, I'll give her that. Although, I wonder if it's because she likes giving trespassers nightmares. I wouldn't blame you if you choose to run away. But, if you want to find Ringrim, head east of here, go past the Pargrunen ruins, and when you see the ice, you're there. And Yatsley, be careful. If Quilici lost you, he'd never forgive me.
Oh, don't worry about me, Temerty. If my spells fizzle, I can always give a good lashing with my tongue.
That's what I'm afraid of. Good luck. Good. It might convince her to keep you safe, too. One last thing. Once you had a moment to settle in with Yatsley, come back and speak with me. I need your help with something.
Ah, gaan we ook nog een sidequest.
We're off to see an archmage. To gain access to an ancient godless ruin. You do spoil me. I've just the fragrance for such an occasion. I want to make sure I smell my best when she kills us. Meet me by the tavern when you're ready to head out. Make sure all your gear is up to snuff. We are meeting an archmage, after all.
Thank goodness we have Yatsley. Our little friend group needed a bit of chaos.
Temerty wilde ook nog met me
Thank you for
praten.
returning. I wish I could say I didn't actually need your help, but I do. Some young idiot thirdborners decided they'd form their own militia to protect the region because of course they would. And now, predictably, they're missing.
Kijk, toch nog een sidequestje.
That'd be correct. Idiots decided they'd train themselves by taking on the Xaurips out in the Deadfall Highlands. They haven't come back. Figure out what happened, report back.
Ja, ik ben niet
and
zo
I'll
bang voor
scrounge up
Xaurips.
some change for you.
Kijk, dan hebben we toch nog dan als sidequest deze. First contact with the enemy. Dan gaan we die eerst even doen. Face your fears komt dan daarna. Look for the missing thirdborners. Ja, dan moet ik toch gewoon naar buiten. Ja. Het is hier. Nou, dat is vlakbij deze camp die ik al heb. Ha, pakken we die mooi. Dan pakken we die mooi. Kunnen we gelijk de camp talk weer even doen.
Listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else. Right. Soap is useful sometimes, but I don't pour it in my drinks. If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then. Bothered? Petraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway.
Hij is niet echt van het vertrouwen, deze man.
If I must.
Kai?
Listen. Thank you for visiting Tama's memorial with me. I didn't think I'd ever trust someone the way I trusted him. But both of you have a clarity of purpose I've never seen in anyone else. I'm happy to be proven wrong. I know. I'd forgotten what that feels like. Like I just woke up with a hangover. Every feeling, every memory I tried to keep a lid on is sloshing around, and I'm struggling to keep my balance. But I'm also remembering moments I hadn't let myself think on in a long time. Feeling warmth I couldn't get close to. It's a process.
We think of grief as a burden, as something to be conquered. After a while, it gets to be so familiar, it's almost a source of comfort.
I wish this were another burden to conquer. That would feel easier. It's hard to imagine grief ever being a comfort, but I'll have to take your word for it.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I'll get there. And thank you for seeing this through with me.
Graag gedaan.
Was there something else?
Nee.
I can take watch.
Hij heeft zelf nog wel meer, zegt hij nu.
Thirdborn.
Ja.
If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place. Well, that's what I'm trying to nail down. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller? And home just wasn't the same. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis. Dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars. Me too. Being back. It felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death. Yeah, but I thought age was supposed to bring wisdom. Something to balance out the back pains and creaky knees. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temerity's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving? Or it'll go the way of the godless and their ruins. Not sure which idea makes me more uneasy. What about you? You were sent by your emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. You released Igwolf, but you didn't stop the Steel-Garot's attack on Fjord. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides? That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow.
Dat hoop ik ook.
Shake the sand out of your bedroll before you settle.
Jata?
Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatsli. In many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatsli, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good.
Dirty aunt.
Not only can she fight, she can hold her liquor. Couldn't even tell you where it goes. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins?
Goeie vraag. Zij weet veel, denk ik.
She's a smart one. I'll give her that. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet.
Nou, dat lijkt mij ook, ja.
Thanks for talking.
Thanks for talking. Kan ik nog een upgrades betalen? Nee. Nee.
They're telling us about Tom.
And Matt's word. The latest talent. Oh, crafting moet ik dan doen, ja. And Matt's word. Nee, niet genoeg. Niet genoeg. Ja, dan gaan we slapen, hè. Op zoek naar de missing thirdborners. Want er zijn een paar gasten verdwenen. En het is aan ons om die te vinden. We hebben weer een droom eerst.
Seeds of change.
Een tijdje geleden.
Petals sprout across the barren land. They sing to the unwanted ones, and the unwanted ones sprout in turn. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be
Dit klinkt
whole,
vertrouwvol.
safe. The soil does not want these cities. It yearns for silence, for the kestrel song. But first, The sprouted ones will grow. They will bring the stillness and the birdsong. The dam falls. The river returns to its source. It is how the land was and should always be. We want all of them gone. We wish for life to flourish again. Pilchards growing on bushes. Life that should not be here. Death nourishes the soil. All things come from the rot. The spider devours her mate to lay her eggs. We ponder, dream of shifting sands now. We will speak again.
Ja, toch weer wat gefilosofeerd met Zapadal. Dan gaan we nu de missing third borders zoeken. 50 meter. Gewoon hier aan de andere kant van de berg. Private Nauki. Hey dude.
Oh, praise Andra. Help at last. My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Xaurips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out.
Ik ga wel even kijken.
Can you just go in and see what happened to everyone? Please? Oh, thank you. We made badges together before we came out here, and everyone should still have theirs. Find those, and you'll find the squad.
Okay.
Be sure to come back as soon as you learn anything.
Op zoek naar badges. Terwijl hier ook een heel legioen aan Xaurips loopt.
Let's sing it.
Hey! Over here!
Vries, daar hou ik niet van. Die kunnen healen.
Come and get me! Left leg!
Het is druk hier nu met Xaurips. Oh, bliksem.
Let's see what you got.
Plaats. Bam. Spinnen ook nog.
I'll fix this.
Spinnen en Xaurips. Dit is een cave waar we op zoek waren. Daar ligt iets.
They're luckier than they think.
kist. Xaurips paws. Plus 15 stun. Ja, sowieso. Alles op stun. Alles op stun. Ga weg, Xaurips. Hier ligt een dooie. Heeft hij wat te verbergen? Curious badge. Ja. Level up. Daar ligt ook wat. Kistje. Long swim. Die brengt ons naar niks, lijkt het. Oh, naar die paarse kist waar ik net was. Die Xaurips hebben deze gast wel hard aangepakt. Die leeft niet meer.
We've got company. Hey! Over here! Couldn't have done it better.
Lekker critical hitjes. Bam. Captain Ruiki's journal. Hier ligt ook weer een dooie. Captain Ruiki. 2 te gaan. Het is wel duidelijk dat die Xaurips goed hebben huisgehouden hier.
Don't relax just yet. On your right. Let's see what you got.
Oh, eens, hij schiet mij weg. Weer zo'n healer.
Hey! Over here!
Maar, wil die grote man er even aanpakken.
For of the wheel.
En ik was level up. Even een ability point gebruiken. Waar was ik aan het investeren? Hier ergens, ja. Critical hit chance. Zo. Even kijken, want ik zoek nu dus op 2 gekilde gasten. Hier kom ik vandaan. Waar ligt hij hier? Nee, dat is een dode zorg. Kan hij hier nog omhoog? Een gevangenis. Hier is Xaurips. Clash. Sergeant Hazoui. Kunnen we niet mee praten voordat die Xaurips dood zijn waarschijnlijk? Ja. Goeie move. Nou, doe het. Hazoui. Ik wil met jou praten. Kan niet. Waarom niet? Moet ik eerst de andere vinden? Dat denk ik. Hier is nog een paarse kist. Maar er is dus nog ergens een dooie.
I'll fix this.
En die Hazoui, die is hierboven. Ik wil graag met jou praten, Hazoui. Mag dat? Ja.
At least you took care of those bastards. I'm glad I got to see some vengeance served. Don't know why you're here, stranger. But I'm grateful you are. Wait, Naoki sent you? Of course he did. He would be the one to make it out. Well, you can tell him we're all dead. Soon enough it'll be true. We arrived at the cave last night, made camp, and it all went downhill from there. Just the 4 of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
That's not much of a squad. Thirdborn used to have proper scouts with real training.
Someone had to do it. The guards are stretched thin, and with all of the dream thralls, there aren't many willing to go looking for trouble. Look, after what happened in Fior, we had to make sure it didn't happen here. The Xaurips were our first official mission. Like I said, someone had to do it. Private Naoki was on watch, but I guess he fell asleep because the scaly bastards ambushed us. It was a massacre. Most died then. The rest ran off in all different directions, screaming. Naoki must have gotten away in the chaos. The gods have a cruel sense of humor to save just him. Don't bother. I'm halfway around the wheel.
Deze man gaat sterven, zegt hij.
Just listen. Since we left Thirdborn, he's been running his mouth. We got to hear how many Xaurips he's going to kill and who he thinks is afflicted. The town's been talking about nothing but Fior and the Dream Scourge. I think it got to him.
It crawls into our mind as it crawls into theirs.
It's probably why he was the first one out. Because it was all suddenly real. But we didn't have it. No. Captain Ruiki was fine. We were all fine. No matter what Private Naoki thinks. If you don't believe me, check her journal. That should be enough to please you. If anything, it might finally convince that idiot Naoki. Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them. I don't have long. Let me stay and enjoy the silence before Barath takes me.
Oké. Maar we missen er nog één. Daar was ik al bang voor. Recover Manu's badge, die missen we nog.
I used to fish and drink with these people before I left. They weren't soldiers.
No kidding. This was a tortured pitchfork operation.
I didn't realize how bad things had gotten here while I was away.
Emerald Stair should have been your first warning.
Kunnen we deze deur nog in? Nee. Ah, hier is de laatste.
So what have you got there? Some sort of puzzle piece?
Totem fragment. Ah. Confront Private Naoki. Nou, we hebben voor Naoki gedaan wat hij van ons gevraagd heeft. Maar hij blijkt dus een angsthaas te zijn. Kill mij eens even, chatta. Dankjewel. Naoki blijkt een angsthaas te zijn. Hallo, hij is hier. Kan ik hier niet opspringen? Ja, toch wel. Hoi Naoki.
Hello again. Have you found anything? Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened? Wow. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I hope for the best, of course, but... Look, I don't know what you think you know, or what he told you, but I know what I saw. The captain had been acting weird for days. She was giving orders to people who weren't there, yelling at us over nothing. Not just the captain either. Manu was jumpier than usual. Kiri seemed compelled to echo our words back to us. Even Sergeant Asui began muttering to himself. It was more than just stress. I'm not some idiot who can't tell the difference. Everyone was sick. And it was only a matter of time before it was brought home to Thirdborn. If you saw them, you'd agree with me. I think I would know if I was sick, okay? Someone had to leave and let the others know what happened. Look, you either believe me or you don't. Just give me their badges and I'll let their families know. I am not a coward. Look, I would not just leave them to die for no reason. A swarm of Xaurips attacked in the dead of the night. What was I supposed to do? Huh? Stick around and die with everyone? I'm not a coward! There was no other option! Take it back. Or else, I'll reclaim my honor. That's it! Draw your weapon!
Gaat hij me
To the
aanvallen?
death!
Wat een gast.
Kai, weapons ready.
Oh, no, you don't!
Hey, over here!
Wat denk jij nou, stuk? Heb je ook nog een badge?
One for us.
Ja. Return the badges to Temerty. Dan moet ik terug naar Thirdborn. En Temerty die staat hierboven. Kan ik daarna naar Yatsli terug?
Did you hear about Nagunu? They found him in the lighthouse.
Nagunu dead in the lighthouse? Wat? Temerty niet weglopen, hé.
Give me the news. I just want this sordid story over with. Any real soldier would know the worst crime against his brothers in arms is desertion. He should have stayed with them to the end. I'll make sure these badges are given to the surviving families.
Nou, mooi. Ook weer opgelost. Dan is het aan ons om in de volgende video het gesprek aan te gaan met Yatsli. Dus dan hebben wij First Contact with the Enemy afgerond. Dan gaan we in de volgende video met Yatsli praten daar. Dus graag tot dan. Joejoe.